ever get to the point in life where you just feel like giving up? Everything seems to be getting worse by the day, and just when you think you've seen the worst of it, another bomb drops on your lap. I've experienced these moments time and time again, and I've come to realize that it's all a part of the game. You see, when you are chasing excellence in life, problems and setbacks are bound to happen. However, how you choose to deal with them is the difference maker. Most people will crumble at these high pressure moments, but the winners will prevail. Think about when Gohan was facing off against Perfect Cell. It seemed like it was game over for the Z fighters when Goku sacrificed himself to defeat Cell, and Cell regenerated himself and teleported back to Earth. This is the moment where Gohan could have given up. He only had one arm to fight and pretty much depleted his energy earlier in the fight. However, Gohan did not give up and was able to muster the strength and energy to do one final Kamehameha and save the world against evil. This is how it is in real life too. Imagine if you just gave up when it got tough. The story of your life would be pretty sad if it ended that way. It sounds way cooler if you keep rising up to the challenge every time you got knocked down. One of my favorite movies is The Dark Knight Rises. If you guys have watched that movie, then you probably would agree that it's a banger of a movie. The scene I want to reference is when Batman is stuck in the prison. He has to watch his city burn on TV while he can't do anything to help, and this is killing him mentally. So he tries to climb out of the prison multiple times, but fails, and finally one of the prisoners tells him that the reason he cannot escape is because he fears death. Batman says that he fears dying in here while his city burns. So the prisoner tells him to make the climb as the child has, without the rope. Batman makes the climb without the rope, and all the prisoners are chanting for his freedom. Now, this was an epic moment in the movie, and I can't lie, I had goosebumps watching this. This is yet another example of how things get worse before they get better. Because at this point in the movie, Batman got snaked by Catwoman, lost all his artillery and money, and he got imprisoned. Most people in this situation would have crawled into a fetal position and called it quits. But Batman refused to go out like a loser and triumphed once again. You see, this is exactly why in your life, when challenges and obstacles are thrown your way, you must continue to fight. It will get worse before it ultimately gets better, but in order for it to get better, you must continue to fight, day in and day out. Personally, I'm a primary caregiver for one of my parents, and if any of you guys have the same responsibility of having to take care of a family member, then you know how tough that can be on the mind, especially if you are watching their health deteriorate over time. Having to take care of another human being unexpectedly in your 20s can make you think a lot of negative thoughts. I have to make sure that my parent is taken care of before I can do anything for myself. And just to give you guys some perspective, in this case, my parent has been paralyzed from the neck down 3 years ago. So I got to do pretty much everything for them, including showering and rehabilitation. On top of that, I got laid off from my remote job a little under a year ago and have been in and out of ruts since then. Personally, I would be lying if I said I didn't have thoughts of giving up. I know this scenario would make a lot of people quit and give up, and this isn't meant to be a video where I'm complaining about my circumstances, but really just to give you guys some perspective on how life can present extremely tough scenarios and push you to want to give up. However, knowing what I know about how things get worse before they get better, that's exactly why I keep going and keep fighting every day. I know that the heroes never give up. I could practically hear Naruto saying, "I'll never give up. That's my Nindo, my ninja way." Giving up when things get tough is basically allowing the enemy to win. Now, you might ask, who is the enemy? The enemy is people that doubt you, people that want to see you fail. It's the devil trying to get you to fall off your pivot. It's the haters, and you cannot let the haters win. Most of the time, these people will hate in silence, but sometimes you know exactly who your haters are. Everyone has at least one. I got haters that think I'm the same person I was a decade ago, constantly trying to put me in a bubble. But I am determined to break free from that and create my own destiny. Think about the time that the haters have sneak dissed you or even blatantly dissed you to your face. Honestly speaking, those scenarios should spark a fire in you to persevere through whatever it is that you are going through. You cannot go like a sucker. This isn't for the weak, but if you've made it this far into the video, then I'm pretty sure you are a fighter. And whatever it is that you're going through in life, you're about to conquer it. In today's economy, I guarantee a lot of people are under some sort of stress. With things getting more expensive as the days go by and the cost of living skyrocketing, most people are likely feeling that pressure, and most people might be on the verge of giving up. Bills are piling up, people are losing their jobs. People seem to be getting crazier and crazier every single day, especially if you look at a decade ago where it seemed like everyone was happy and living a pretty decent life, compared to now where everyone is stressed about one thing or another. I know personally, me and my family have been feeling the pressure, but as long as you keep an ironclad mindset and are actively trying to better your situation every day, you will make some serious progress in doing so. Hopefully this video gives you a little hope in life that and allows you to thrive and keep fighting the good fight. We cannot change a lot of what happens in our lives, but we can dictate how we move accordingly after the fact. I remember when I was in high school and experienced my first love. If you guys have experienced this, then you know how it ends 90% of the time in total devastation. Me and this girl had hit it off, and we were basically seeing each other in a romantic sense in the 11th grade. Things were going well all summer, and we were having a great time. But by the end of the summer, she decided that she wanted to break it off. That was the start of the end for me at that time. She wanted to remain friends, and my dumbass thought that it would be a good idea. Obviously, over time, there were moments where it could have gone back into a romantic vibe, but she would shut it down. Anyway, fast forward to the 12th grade. I found out that she was talking to my teammate on the school volleyball team. This was the moment that crushed me. Not only did I feel betrayed by my teammate, but I also felt played by the girl because in my head, I thought we would one day get back together because we were still friends and we would flirt from time to time. I know that sounds stupid, but looking back at it, once I found this out, I spiraled into a depression. Started drinking alcohol often with my then degenerate friends and just doing the opposite of what I should have been doing at that time. I started to experience the negative side effects of my degenerate lifestyle, and eventually I hit a rock bottom. Over time, I was able to get out of the rock bottom phase and slowly pick myself up again. The gym became my savior as I put all my negative energy into my workouts while blasting trap music in my headphones. I eventually got in shape and built a stronger mindset from going to the gym. This story proves that the things get worse before they get better. As if I thought things were the worst when she wanted to break up, but then they got even worse when I found out she was talking to my teammate, and then even worse when I started to spiral out of control. But eventually, I became a much better and stronger man through that experience. Remember, we don't make the rules, we're just playing the game of life, and we're in it to win. Stay blessed, my friends.